It started on a rainy Tuesday when Emily's ordinary life cracked open. She had always imagined love as quiet and gentle, but Daniel was a storm, handsome, enigmatic, and unnervingly perceptive, as if he could read her soul. Late-night calls, mysterious whispers from neighbors, and then a single note under her door. You do not know who he really is. Emily laughed it off, thinking it a prank, until the next note appeared with her full name and a date. That date would pull her into a reality she never imagined, where love, danger, and secrets collided in ways she could not escape. Emily had lived her life in predictability, calm streets, warm coffee, quiet nights. But meeting Daniel shattered that world. The first encounter at a small cafe left her unnerved, yet captivated. Rain streaked the windows, and his gaze felt like it penetrated her thoughts. Daniel spoke in riddles, hinting at things only she would know. That night, a soft, whispering call came from an unknown number. No one answered when she tried to respond. The next morning, a note slipped under her door read, "You do not know who he really is." She laughed nervously, dismissing it as a prank. But another note soon arrived, this time bearing her full name and a mysterious date. Excitement mingled with fear. The ordinary life she had known was gone. Every shadow, every sound made her pulse race. Emily realized curiosity had become a chain, pulling her toward something dangerous and unknown. The countdown had begun. Suspense, end, Emily whispered, gripping the note. I need to know, whatever it takes. Emily walked through the rain-soaked streets, clutching the note with the mysterious date. Her heartbeat raced as fear and curiosity battled inside her. She told herself it could be a romantic prank, but a faint, nagging instinct whispered danger. The address led her to an old, shadowed house at the edge of town. Its windows were dark, and the air around it felt heavy, almost alive. She hesitated before knocking. Silence answered, broken only by the occasional creak of the old wood. Then a faint, chilling voice echoed, "Emily, you truly do not know me, do you?" Her breath caught. Shadows seemed to shift and stretch unnaturally. Despite fear, curiosity pushed her forward. Inside, the house smelled of dust and secrets long buried. On a table lay a weathered photo frame. She picked it up and froze. The photo showed Daniel as a boy, standing beside a woman Emily recognized from her neighborhood. Her phone buzzed. An unknown number flashed. The message read, "Time is short. What you see is only the beginning. Daniel is not who you think." Emily dropped the phone. Shadows now seemed alive, every creak a warning. The mystery she had thought was romantic was far more dangerous. Questions raced through her mind. Why had he involved her? How deep did this danger go? Daniel appeared suddenly, emerging from the shadows. "You must see the truth, Emily. Everything you thought you knew about me is only half the story." Rain pounded against the windows, drumming a tense rhythm. Emily understood now. This was no ordinary romance. It was survival, secrets, and trust, all intertwined. Suspense. End. Trembling, Emily reached for the photo again. A whisper from the shadows sent a shiver down her spine. "Soon, you will understand. If you survive." Emily's heart pounded as she stepped deeper into the shadowed house. The floorboards groaned beneath her, echoing through empty rooms. A flickering fireplace cast long, moving shadows that seemed alive, stretching and twisting with every step. Suddenly, Daniel appeared from the darkness. But this was not the same man from the coffee shop. His eyes held an intensity she had never seen, a mixture of affection, regret, and danger. Emily froze, torn between fear and fascination. "Emily, do you truly want to know?" His voice was soft, yet charged, pulling her closer. Why all of this? Who are you?" she asked, her voice trembling. Daniel handed her a thick envelope. Inside were old photographs, letters, and a yellowed newspaper clipping linking him to a mysterious disappearance years ago. The pieces of the puzzle clicked into place. Daniel was no ordinary man. He carried secrets that intertwined with Emily's life in ways she could not have imagined. Another note slid across the table. It read, "The truth will not wait. Face it or lose everything." Her mind spun with questions. Why involve her? How deep did the danger go? Shadows now seemed threatening, whispers urgent, and every sound magnified her tension. Daniel stepped closer, his shadow stretching across the floor. "You must see the truth, Emily. Everything you thought you knew, about me, about us, is only half the story." Rain hammered against the windows, drumming a relentless rhythm. Emily realized this was no longer just a story of romance. It was survival, trust, and revelation all at once. Suspense, end. Emily gripped the photographs tightly, breath shallow, eyes wide. Daniel's gaze bore into hers. "Soon, you will know everything. But once you do, there is no turning back." Emily's hands trembled as she held the old diary Daniel had placed on the table. Each page revealed secrets tying him to a hidden, dangerous world. A world of forbidden promises, ancient family oaths, and consequences she could never have imagined. The air felt heavy, almost electric with anticipation. "Emily, to understand me, you must see everything," Daniel said softly, stepping closer. His eyes held love, regret, and urgency all at once. The diary revealed that Daniel's ancestors had been part of a secret society, bound by dangerous vows. Now Emily had been drawn into that legacy, unknowingly becoming part of a story centuries in the making. Emily's mind raced. How could the man she thought she knew carry such a shadowed past? Fear mixed with fascination, pulling her deeper into the mystery. This was no longer just romance. It was survival, trust, and revelation entwined. Daniel reached for her hand. "Emily, without you, none of this makes sense. But with you, we can face it together." Her heart pounded, torn between fear and the strange comfort of his presence. Every instinct screamed caution, yet something inside urged her to trust him. I will face it," Emily whispered, clutching the diary. "But only with the truth." Daniel nodded, relief flickering across his face. Silence filled the room for a moment, broken only by the soft crackle of the fireplace and fading rain outside. Suspense. End. Emily glanced toward the doorway. A small envelope lay on the threshold, untouched. She picked it up, her eyes widening at the single word written inside. Beginning. Emily understood that their journey was far from over. The truth was revealed, the danger real, and their bond stronger. But what awaited them next remained unknown. Emily clutched the diary tightly, her mind racing through everything she had learned. Daniel was no ordinary man. He was a guardian of secrets, bound to a legacy far older and more dangerous than she could have imagined. "Emily, everything I did, every warning, every secret, it was for you," Daniel said softly. "Now you know the truth. The choice is yours." Her heart pounded. She had two options: retreat into a normal life and pretend none of this had happened, or embrace the unknown and face danger with him. After everything she had witnessed, turning back was impossible. "I'll face it. With you," Emily said firmly, her voice steady despite fear. "But only if it's the truth." Daniel's expression softened. He carefully placed the diary in a secure box and took Emily's hand. Silence enveloped them, broken only by the crackle of the fireplace and the gentle drizzle outside. As they stepped outside into the rain-soaked streets together, Emily felt the weight of the past lift slightly. Shadows that had haunted her now seemed less threatening. Love, danger, and truth had intertwined, and she realized that embracing them both was the only way forward. "We're ready," Daniel whispered, squeezing her hand. Emily looked around, taking in the quiet streets, glistening raindrops, and the first light of a new day breaking through the clouds. She understood that their journey had only just begun, but together they could face whatever secrets remained. Final suspense tease, optional for series continuation. Just as Emily let out a breath of relief, a small envelope fluttered to the ground. She picked it up. One word was written inside. Beginning. Her lips curved into a determined smile. Whatever lay ahead, Emily knew she and Daniel were ready to face it. Together.